Let's talk about taxes. I know, not the most exciting topic, right? But what if I told you that hidden inside the tax code are rewards? Basically, for all the major things you do in life. Things like going to college, raising a family, even saving for your future. Well, that's exactly what tax credits are. So let's break them down and see how they can actually work for you.
Okay, let's kick things off with a quick question. We hear the term tax deduction all the time, but is there something even better, something more powerful? You bet there is. It's a tax credit. And honestly, knowing the difference is the secret to saving some serious money.
Here's the easiest way to think about it. A tax deduction? That's kind of like a coupon. It lowers the amount of your income that's subject to tax, which is nice. But a tax credit? That's like a gift card. It's a dollar-for-dollar reduction of the actual tax you owe. So a $1,000 credit, it literally chops $1,000 right off your tax bill. That's real money in your pocket. So what are they, really? Well, tax credits are basically the government's way of encouraging us to do certain things. Whether it's to push for green energy, help families with costs, or give a little relief to people who need it. They're these direct, really targeted incentives that are built right into our tax system.
Now, these credits come in two main flavors. First, you have non-refundable credits, and they're great. They can slash your tax bill all the way down to zero, but they stop at zero. Then you have the superstars, refundable credits. If your refundable credit is bigger than the tax you owe, it doesn't just stop. The government actually sends you the difference as a refund. Yeah, cash back.
So how does this actually play out in your life? Well, let's start at a common point: education. Heading off to college or even just taking a few classes to level up your skills, that's a massive investment. And thankfully, the tax code has a couple of powerful credits to help you with that. You've got two main players on the field here. On one side, there's the American Opportunity Tax Credit, or AOTC. Think of this as the big one for your first 4 years of college. It can be worth up to $2,500 per student, and get this, part of it is actually refundable. On the other side is the Lifetime Learning Credit, the LLC. This one is non-refundable, worth up to $2,000 per tax return, but it's super flexible. You can use it for grad school, professional development, you name it, and you can claim it for as many years as you want. All right, next up, let's talk about one of the biggest journeys in life, starting and growing a family. It's no surprise that the tax code has quite a few credits designed to help ease the financial side of supporting the people you love. You see this number, $2,000. For parents, this number is a big deal. This is the maximum child tax credit. It's a non-refundable credit of up to $2,000 for every single qualifying child you have who is under the age of 17. It's one of the most direct ways the system helps out with the cost of raising kids. Now, what if you're paying for daycare so you can go to work? There's a credit for that too. It's a two-step process. First, you add up your eligible expenses, up to $3,000 for one kid or $6,000 for two or more. Then you multiply that number by a percentage, anywhere from 20 to 35%. That's based on your income. The less you make, the higher your percentage and the bigger your credit. Wow. For anyone who is growing their family through adoption, this number is just huge. For 2024, the maximum non-refundable adoption credit is over $16,000. This is designed to help offset those massive qualified expenses, like adoption fees, court costs, all of that. Okay, let's zoom out a little bit. It's not just about school and family. Tax credits are also there to help you build a solid foundation for your future. We're talking about your home and your retirement. The government really wants you to make your home more energy efficient, and they'll help you pay for it. With the residential energy credits, you can get up to 30% of the cost back for big-ticket items like solar panels, battery storage, or even smaller things that make your home greener. It's a total win-win, good for your wallet and good for the planet. Okay, don't let the table scare you. This next one, the Savers Credit, is amazing. It's basically a bonus from the government for saving for your own retirement, and it's specifically aimed at people with low to moderate incomes. Just look at the chart. If you're married and make under $46,000, you get a 50% credit on the first $4,000 you put into your retirement account. That's a $2,000 just for saving. It's incredible. And finally, we need to talk about one of the most powerful credits in the entire tax code. This one is a true financial safety net for millions and millions of working Americans. So who is the Earned Income Credit, or the EIC, for? Simply put, it's a refundable credit designed to help low and moderate income workers and their families. It's often called one of the most effective anti-poverty programs we have, and for very good reason. Now, the rules can get a little tricky, but to claim a larger credit, you generally need a qualifying child. And that child just has to pass 3 basic tests. The relationship test, are they your son, daughter, stepchild, foster child? The residency test, did they live with you for more than half the year? And the age test, are they under 19 or under 24 if they're a full-time student? So we've covered a lot of ground, right? We've talked about credits for school, for your family, for your house, for your retirement, and for your income. Let's step back for a second and look at the big picture. What does this all add up to? When you piece it all together, you realize that tax credits aren't just a bunch of random rules. They're a partnership. It's the government's way of saying, hey, we want to invest in your education. We want to support you as you raise a family. We want to help you build a secure future. It totally reframes the whole idea of what taxes are. And that really brings us to the final thought I want to leave you with. A tax return isn't just numbers on a page. It's the financial story of your year. It reflects your journey, the degree you worked for, the family you're raising, the home you're improving. So when you look at it that way, the real question is, what story will your tax return tell?